everybody, welcome to yet another episode of the Motorweek. My name is Juma Sheila. We have an exciting show lined up for you, but first things first, the highlights. Max Verstappen gives Red Bull 100th victory. Next, Jorge Martin snatches win from Bagnaia. And in other news, drivers warm up for Safari Rally, and finally on our profile segment we'll feature some of the drivers as they preview on the Safari Rally. Max Verstappen clinched a lights to flag victory at the Canadian Grand Prix, beating Aston Martin's Fernando Alonso.
And the Canadian Grand Prix is go! Max Verstappen's got a good start, so is Lewis Hamilton straight up to second.
Verstappen's winning margin of 9.5 seconds was the smallest a Red Bull has handed over another team so far this season, giving encouragement to the chasing pack. Hamilton started third, one place behind Alonso, but the Mercedes driver passed the Aston Martin into the first corner after a strong start. Alonso tracked the Mercedes closely for the first part of the race, occasionally threatening down the back straight before the final chicane. Hamilton managed to hang on in second until a safety car was called on lap 12 when the second Mercedes driver George Russell hit the wall at turn 9, leaving debris on the track. Russell rejoined after a pit stop following his collision with the wall and ran beyond three-quarter distance before Mercedes asked him to retire the car. Hamilton upped his pace to show he had things under control, and although Leclerc stayed more or less within range of the Mercedes, he had to be content with fourth. Sainz followed him home in fifth, ahead of the second Red Bull of the underwhelming Sergio Perez. The next Grand Prix is scheduled for June 30th to 2nd July. Pramac Ducati rider Jorge Martin says his win at the German Grand Prix is emotional after struggling to be competitive in 2022.
It's our full throttle and we are underway. Well, Luca Marini got a good launch on that, moving off.
Martin was a winner in his maiden season in MotoGP in 2021 and was expected to add to this in 2022 with the Pramac Ducati team. But the 2022 spec Ducati he was on wasn't as competitive as the factory team version, which ran slightly older engine owing to the latest version being too aggressive. Martin only scored 4 podiums in 2022, matching his 2021 tally, and was overlooked by Ducati to join Francesco Bagnaia at the works team in favor of Enea Bastianini. Having won 2 sprints already in 2023, including on Saturday in Germany, Martin celebrated his first Grand Prix victory since 2021 on Sunday after beating Bagnaia in a thrilling duel by just 0.064 seconds. And I quote, "It was fantastic. It was so emotional to win today because I struggled quite a lot last season."
They come online side by side. Oh, inches in it. How close was that? But it's Jorge Martin.
The Dutch Grand Prix is scheduled for June 23rd to 25th. It is a warm-up day for WRC Safari Rally Kenya.
It's got a good mix of everything in here. For what they will see on the flying dust, the fine stuff has been washed away, it's exposed some of the bedrock. But we all know, don't we?
Although no points are earned in this short section, a good performance is a memorable booster to the cruise and may give a pointer to the level of preparedness. The 5-kilometer Shakedown stage is a good opportunity for the drivers to get the feel of the car. Hyundai's Isape Kalapi had to pull over after rallying for 2 kilometers following a problem in their car. Sebastien Ogire leads the first run of Shakedown, 3:36.3, followed by Ott Tanak 1.1 seconds behind, then Elfyn Evans 1.5 seconds, then Toyota Gazoo's Katsuta Takamoto 1.8 seconds, and finally Kel Rovanpera 2.4 seconds behind. And cars will head for the first competitive action at Kasarani Super Special Stage on Thursday. On our profile segment today, we'll feature some of the drivers on previews of the Safari Rally. Kel Rovanpera returns for this year's event after winning last year with a lesson in mind: for Safari Rally you have to speed with caution.
But yeah, I don't know what can you prepare for. You need to be prepared for everything, and that's never possible. But yeah, it's an event where you need to push hard on some places and then survive on others. It's a bit interesting rally. There is some.
Kenya is one of these rallies that need a bit of a different approach. Let's say it's very extreme in terms of roughness, in terms of the demands on the car.
Thierry Neuville, speaking from experience, was denied victory on his first safari 2 years ago after suffering suspension damage on the final day.
Always tune in to Kelele TV for more profiles of different motorsports and personalities. That's why we call it a wrap here on the Motorweek. See you next time right here on Kelele TV. My name is Juma Sheila.